Once a chemical gets into the environment, it doesn't just sit there. It moves, and sometimes in ways that surprise people. When scientists talk about transport, it's basically what you think it means. It's how chemicals and other materials travel through the environment, whether that's through air, water, or soil. And sometimes they'll stay close to home, and sometimes they end up far away from where they started. It's why we're now seeing plastic in air samples taken from even the most remote places on Earth. Think about it like this. If we're talking about air, you know that new paint smell, or if you're at the gas station and you can smell the fumes, well, those are volatile compounds moving through air. If you were talking about water, I've had people tell me how much they love the rain because it cleans everything. Well, what that really means is that rainwater is washing across the surface and it's picking up everything, not just the grass clippings and the trash, but oil, metal, pesticides, and it's carrying it into storm drains and sewer systems and ultimately possibly into oceans and rivers. If you have an underground storage tank releasing fuel underground, that could join in with groundwater and flow to a different property. If we're talking about soil, there are some chemicals that stick to soil and some actually move, so that if the soil moves or if the water moves through it, the pollutants do too. These are called pathways, and they explain why contamination at one spot can show up in another. Maybe it's a nearby creek or in a drinking water well or in a building that sits on top of a chemical spill. Understanding transport helps us to understand what to test, where to clean, and how to prevent pollutants from spreading. In future videos, we're going to dive deeper into each of these transport routes, air, water, and soil, and look at what affects how fast and how far contaminants can move. But remember, fate tells us what happens to materials. Transport tells us where they go. And that is the key to understanding many of the environmental issues and our regulatory system.